So imagine this. It's 1789, the United States is newly independent, and the economy is, well, a mess. Enter the Department of the Treasury. It's like the country's lifeline back then, managing revenue, enforcing financial laws, creating stability where there was, none.
Exactly. The Treasury pretty much laid the foundation for keeping this country running. It ain't glamorous, but someone's got to do the hard work, right? And back then, it was about survival, getting the basics like money flow and rules set up.
Right? And it started with all these, big responsibilities, collecting revenue, overseeing financial laws. Oh, and monetary policy. The scope is massive when you think about it. Actually, as a young reporter, I got to visit the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, watching currency being printed, stacks of crisp bills. It was almost hypnotic. A literal river of cash flowing out of these machines.
Huh, a river of cash, huh? That's the machine keeping our economy alive. But, let's be real, those piles of money don't mean much without discipline, you know? The whole system would crash without someone at the helm keeping it all together. The Treasury's the backbone for that.
And over the years, they've taken on more and more, adapting and evolving to kind of meet modern challenges. Like all those financial laws they enforce now, it's crucial for stability. But back then, this was all brand new territory.
New territory, sure, but they stepped up, laid the groundwork, revenue collection, currency production. It wasn't just about growth. It was about survival, mission-oriented. That's how they tackled it. So, we've talked about how they laid the groundwork back then. Survival, setting the rules, all of that. Now, fast forward to today, the Treasury is this sophisticated machine. It's not just one big office of, money people shuffling numbers around. It's a structure. Two parts. You've got the departmental offices and the operating bureaus. Simple, clean.
Right? And the operating bureaus, they're the workhorses carrying out all those hands-on tasks. Like the IRS, love it or hate it, it's how the federal government collects taxes. And then there's the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where they, print money, and the U.S. Mint creating coins.
Can't forget FinCEN, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. They're the watchdogs when it comes to, money laundering, fraud, all that shady business. And the OCC, they're keeping banks in check. No slack there.
It's fascinating how all these pieces connect. I mean, you've got currency production on one end, literal money making, and on the other, enforcing compliance and reducing financial crimes. It's this intricate ecosystem that keeps our financial system stable.
Yeah, stable's the key here. You mess with one part, the whole thing's compromised. Look, when I was deployed overseas, Treasury sanctions were a game changer. We'd hear about some bad actor country blocked from U.S. financial systems, and that rippled through their operations. Supplies dried up, logistics slowed. Those sanctions...
Hold on, sanctions from an economic perspective, right?
Exactly. They cut lifelines, squeezed the resources, and, let's just say, the battlefield is way different when the money flow's been choked off. It's tactical, in a way the Treasury probably doesn't advertise much.
That's, a side of the Treasury most people don't think about. The idea of sanctions disrupting foreign operations. It's not just numbers on a spreadsheet, it's lives, strategies. It shows how powerful a tool economic policy can be, right?
Absolutely. And it ain't just theory, it's real-world impact. You gotta respect an institution that can hit that hard without even stepping onto the battlefield.
And it's not just about sanctions. Every bureau serves a purpose in this larger framework, like pieces of a huge puzzle. You take out one piece, and the stability we rely on starts breaking down.
Which is why that structure matters so much. Mission-oriented operations, no fluff. That's the Treasury, period.
So, speaking of that stability you mentioned, there's another layer to it, debt management. I mean, national debt, it's massive, right? We're talking way over $30 trillion and counting. Managing that, it's more than just balancing numbers. There's strategy, policies, and honestly, a whole lot of, delicate maneuvering.
Delicate? Maybe. But it comes down to execution. You've got to have discipline, clear objectives. I mean, the Treasury's been issuing bonds and securities for, centuries? That's how you finance operations without losing course.
But at the same time, there's the challenge of balancing those priorities against, more immediate needs, like combating financial crimes. Networks like FinCEN are constantly dealing with evolving methods, cyber threats, cryptocurrency fraud. It's a full-time battle.
It is, and they've been stepping up. Cybersecurity's a front line now. No one's launching missiles here, but yeah, you get hit with a financial system breach. It's basically an economic attack. Digital infiltration's the new battlefield.
Exactly, and you can see the Treasury adapting, like modernizing financial systems to, well, keep up. The Financial Stability Oversight Council, FSOC, plays a huge role here, assessing risks and making sure the system doesn't collapse under its own weight. Think back to 2008.
Yeah, the financial crisis. Let me tell you, that was no joke. The housing market tanked, banks were crumbling, and FSOC became the watchdog. They were cutting through chaos, making sure nothing bigger fell apart. That kind of oversight saved us from even worse damage.
And yet, even now, we're tackling ripples from crises like that. It's why improving tax compliance is a focus, right? Ensuring the money we depend on is actually collected, not slipping through the cracks.
Yeah, tighten the ship. You've got to set hard lines and stick to them. The Treasury's mission's always been clear. Financial security and stability. Fall behind there, and the whole country's exposed.
And honestly, what amazes me is how interconnected everything is. Each initiative, modernization, sanctions, cybersecurity, it all feeds back into keeping the whole system intact. It's like a juggle. Orchestrating all these moving parts without dropping one, isn't that kinda incredible?
Incredible, sure. And it's mission critical. They're steering the ship through rough waters. No room for error. Respect where it's due.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that while the Treasury might not be in the spotlight, its work shapes the financial backbone of our daily lives. It's an institution that really, well, carries weight.
Couldn't have said it better myself. They're the unsung operators, putting in work where it counts.
And on that note, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us. It's been great unpacking this topic with you.
Yeah, solid discussion. Until next time, folks, stay sharp.